The ballots were counted, and he smiled like a mayor as the clapping started. I slid a folder onto the Clubhouse table and said, "Before we adjourn, there's one more budget line you forgot." Then I turned the page and watched his face empty out. We live in a little wedge of Florida coast, where the pelicans fly like commuter planes, and everything smells faintly of salt and sunscreen. The place is called Sand Key Estates, 38 pastel townhouses tucked behind a gate off 15300 Gulf Boulevard, Madeira Beach, zip 33708. The houses stack like macarons, mint and peach and pale yellow, with bougainvillea clawing at the balconies, and an HOA that prides itself on quiet excellence. That phrase is printed under a photo of the pool in our welcome packet, right next to the rules about trash bins and visible clutter. Our HOA president, the role, not the name, was convincing in the beginning. He moved here from Ohio, or said he did, and introduced himself with a grin that made you feel lazy for not having such clean teeth. He took up pickleball and got sunburned in that earnest, tourist way, then won the board election the following March with promises: cheaper landscaping, a new gate motor, and insurance that wouldn't make our eyes water. He had a background in municipal finance, according to his flyer. He said he'd retired at 49. He wore linen shorts like a costume, but a lot of us were wearing our new lives like costumes, and that felt like belonging. Early red flags arrived dressed like favors. The first, a landscaping change. "My team can do it for $2,700 less per month," he said at an April meeting, tapping a spreadsheet with green bars that looked trustworthy. He proposed a new vendor, Sun Harbor Grounds, out of Largo. They showed up in clean trucks and cut everything too short, like a barber who thinks you're joining the Marines. Still, the invoices looked tidy. $1,850 a month, ACH to a Suncoast credit union account, ending in 7741. The second, a safety upgrade to the gate. He talked about ADA compliance and the need for a secondary power source. The proposal, 12,400 installed, came from Bayside Access LLC. He waved a binder of UL 325 compliance documents we never read and said, "We're getting a steal." He was generous with his time. That's the way I'd describe what later looked like stage management. He'd stand at the pool cabana on Saturday mornings, talking to retirees and tech transplants about flood insurance and wind mitigation credits, answering emails at 10 p.m. with soothing paragraphs. He created a private Facebook group, Sand Key Neighbors, and posted photos of dolphins with captions like, "This is why we live." He blew leaves off the tennis court himself during a storm, filmed it, and sent the video with the subject line, "Stewardship." He always spelled things right. 2 months in, the fines began to creep. The CCR's covenants, conditions, and restrictions let the board levy 50-day for unapproved exterior changes and 25-day for recurring nuisances. He framed it as community standards. Nobody wants to be the person whose kayak is the wrong shade of blue, so people paid. A woman named Agnieszka from 14C was fined $450 for string lights on her balcony. She's Polish by birth and American by stubbornness. She took them down and baked cookies for the compliance committee. But still, the fine stood. A man named Colin in 7B was hit with $300 for an American flag on a pole that was 4 inches taller than allowed. He shrugged and paid, muttering something about rules being rules when people need them to be. I'm not much for muttering. I'm a forensic bookkeeper by trade. Full story in the channel below.